Welcome, gents. There's something about Sigma males that draws women in, even if they can't quite put their finger on it. It's not the loud confidence of an alpha, or the easygoing charm of a beta. No, the Sigma male operates in his own world, quietly doing his thing without feeling the need to impress anyone. And that's exactly what makes him so intriguing. And, if we're being honest, a little intimidating. Women desire Sigma males because they don't play by the usual rules. He's not chasing attention, validation, or affection, which makes him stand out in a world where most people are trying too hard. His independence and unpredictability make him appealing, but it also brings an air of unpredictability that can be unsettling. You never know where you stand with him, and that mystery is both exciting and terrifying at the same time. Sigma males challenge the usual relationship dynamics, making women both crave their attention and fear their ability to walk away without a second thought. It's a mix of fascination and uncertainty, just enough to keep everyone guessing. So gents, stick with me until the end. The last additional point will definitely hit home, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Number 11. He won't chase, he'll walk away. When it comes to relationships, the Sigma male plays by his own rules, and one of the biggest ones is this: he won't chase. If things start to feel toxic or unfulfilling, he's not one to stick around for a melodrama worthy of a soap opera. Instead, he'll quietly pack his emotional bags and head for the exit. That level of indifference can be both refreshing and terrifying for women. Imagine dating someone who doesn't play the usual games of guilt trips or emotional manipulation. While most people might beg for a second chance or dwell on past mistakes, the Sigma male simply assesses the situation and decides if it's worth his time. If not, he's out, and he does it all without the theatrics. This casual approach to relationships can be alluring, making women crave his attention even more. After all, who wouldn't want a guy who seems unfazed by the ups and downs of romance? But that allure is laced with fear. Women often worry that his freedom could mean losing him at any moment. The more independent he is, the more they can't help but feel like they're on borrowed time. It's this perfect blend of attraction and anxiety that keeps them hooked. They know that while he may not chase after them, they'll chase after the connection, all while secretly hoping he'll choose to stay. The Sigma male's refusal to chase turns the whole game upside down, and that's what makes him so captivating and a little intimidating. Number 10. He doesn't need her, he chooses her. The Sigma male's approach to relationships is a game changer. He doesn't need a woman to feel whole. In fact, he's already complete on his own. This is a radical shift from what many women are used to. Most guys come with a laundry list of emotional needs, often expecting their partner to fill gaps in their lives. Not him. When a Sigma male chooses to enter a relationship, it's not out of necessity. It's out of genuine desire. And that's where things get intriguing. Women often find themselves drawn to this dynamic. The fact that he doesn't need her can feel liberating. He's not looking for someone to fix him or boost his ego. Instead, he's looking for a partner who adds to his already fulfilling life. But this can also lead to a feeling of replaceability. If he doesn't need her, does that mean she's just one option among many? That thought can be both exciting and unnerving. This unique blend of feeling desired yet somewhat expendable creates a thrilling tension. Women appreciate the freedom that comes with his independence, but they also feel the pressure of knowing that he could walk away without a second thought. It's a balancing act between wanting to keep him close and realizing that he's not tied down by neediness. This powerful combination makes the Sigma male irresistibly captivating. He's a man who chooses to be with you, not because he has to, but because he genuinely wants to. And that's what makes him unforgettable. Number 9. He does not care about winning you over. The Sigma male operates on a completely different wavelength when it comes to dating. While most guys are busy crafting elaborate plans to win a woman's heart, think flashy dates and sweet talk, the Sigma male is just doing his own thing. He doesn't chase or strategize to gain anyone's approval. This carefree attitude is both refreshing and a bit baffling for women. They often find themselves drawn to his nonchalance, as if he's a walking contradiction in a world of needy suitors. This indifference can be incredibly attractive. When he doesn't seem desperate to impress, it makes him stand out like a lighthouse in a foggy harbor. Women start to wonder why he isn't pursuing them, which only heightens their desire to get closer. There's something exhilarating about trying to capture the attention of someone who doesn't seem to need it. Yet that allure comes with an unsettling realization. He might never chase after them, no matter how enchanting they feel. This dynamic creates a push-pull effect that can be intoxicating and intimidating all at once. On one hand, the thrill of the chase makes them feel alive, but on the other, the fear of being overlooked can be unnerving. The Sigma male's refusal to play the typical dating game flips the script entirely, making women both curious and cautious. It's a dance of attraction and uncertainty, where his cool confidence leaves them wanting more, even as they wonder if they'll ever be the one he decides to pursue. Number 8. Self-identity is non-negotiable. When it comes to self-identity, the Sigma male stands firm like a rock in a storm. Unlike many guys who might tweak their personalities or interests to fit what a woman wants, he is unapologetically himself. This can be incredibly refreshing. He doesn't come with a side of pretense or a manual for how to please. He's like a rare vintage wine, complex, distinct, and definitely not for everyone. This steadfastness makes him immensely attractive. There's a magnetic quality to someone who knows exactly who they are and isn't afraid to show it. However, this unwavering self-identity can also be a bit daunting for women. It's almost like trying to tame a wild horse. The more you try to steer him in a direction he's not interested in, the more he'll dig in his heels. The Sigma male simply won't budge if it means sacrificing his essence. This lack of malleability creates a unique tension in relationships. While women may be drawn to his authenticity, they can also find themselves feeling frustrated because there's no way to mold him into their ideal version. This dynamic can leave women feeling both empowered and anxious. On one hand, they appreciate the honesty. On the other, they might find themselves wondering if they can ever truly connect on their terms. With a Sigma male, it's all or nothing, and that's what makes the ride so thrilling. There's no guarantee, but the chance to embrace something real is worth the leap. Thank you for being a valued subscriber, gents. Your ongoing support is greatly appreciated and motivates us to continue creating meaningful content. We truly value your engagement. Number 7. His approval isn't currency. In the landscape of dating, approval often acts as a form of currency, and many women have learned to play that game. They seek validation from men, hoping for compliments and reassurance that they're desirable. Enter the Sigma male, who flips this notion upside down. His approval isn't something you can earn or bargain for. It's not a shiny token he hands out to every woman he meets. Instead, he doles it out sparingly, like a wise old sage bestowing wisdom only when absolutely necessary. This makes his praise feel like pure gold, valuable and rare. When a Sigma male does offer a compliment, it hits different. It's not just a casual remark. It's a genuine acknowledgement that carries weight. Women are often left in a state of yearning, hoping for that rare stamp of approval, which adds an exciting layer of intrigue to their interactions. They find themselves wanting to impress him, not because they need his validation, but because earning it feels like conquering a mountain. But therein lies the tension. His elusive approval creates a sense of distance. While some women thrive on this challenge, others may feel the sting of inadequacy. The Sigma male doesn't play by the conventional rules. He's not there to fill emotional gaps or provide a steady stream of validation. His approach is refreshing yet intimidating, and it leaves women captivated, wondering if they'll ever receive that precious affirmation. This dynamic can lead to an intoxicating game of connection and curiosity, where every interaction feels charged with potential and the promise of something meaningful, yet just out of reach. Number 6. His silence is the conversation. When a Sigma male walks into a room, you might notice the quiet energy he brings with him. He isn't one for small talk or filling the air with endless chatter. Instead, he often lets silence linger, and that silence can be deafening. For many women, this creates an intriguing paradox. On one hand, they're drawn to his mysterious aura, captivated by the depth of his thoughts that seem to swirl just beneath the surface. On the other, that same silence can feel like a mirror reflecting their own insecurities back at them. In a world where many men rush to fill the gaps in conversation with reassurances or playful banter, the Sigma male doesn't feel the need to do so. His silence isn't awkward. It's intentional. It encourages women to dig deeper into their own minds and emotions. Instead of feeling the comfort of validation through words, they're left to navigate their feelings alone, which can be both exhilarating and terrifying. It's like standing at the edge of a deep pool. You're drawn to the clarity of the water, but you hesitate to jump in. This dynamic can lead to an incredible attraction, as women find themselves wanting to unlock the mystery behind his silence. Yet it can also be intimidating because it forces them to confront their own thoughts and feelings in ways they might not be used to. This push and pull between the allure of his depth and the discomfort of the quiet creates a unique tension that keeps them coming back for more, eager to explore the layers of a man who speaks volumes without saying much at all. Number 5. He's comfortable with non-attachment. Sigma males have mastered the art of non-attachment, and it's both fascinating and unsettling. Most people cling to relationships out of habit, fear of being alone, or because they feel obligated, not the Sigma male. If things aren't working out or the connection no longer serves him, he'll walk away without a backward glance. It's not because he doesn't care, he just values his peace more than drama or emotional games. That level of emotional self-reliance is something many aren't used to, and it can make anyone on the other end of it feel pretty powerless. Women often expect a bit of give and take when it comes to emotions, maybe a little pushback when things get tough. But the Sigma male doesn't play by those rules. If you expect him to chase after you or beg for your attention, think again. He's comfortable standing alone, and that makes it nearly impossible to gain leverage over him. You can't guilt-trip him or emotionally manipulate him into staying. He simply doesn't need the relationship to define him. What's intriguing, though, is that this non-attachment is what makes him desirable. His independence signals strength, and who doesn't want someone strong by their side? But at the same time, it's that very independence that keeps him just out of reach. And let's be honest, nothing messes with the mind more than wanting someone who doesn't need you. Number 4. Loyalty without obligation. Sigma males embody a loyalty that's refreshing yet frustrating. They're the kind of guys who will stand by your side when it matters, offering unwavering support and fierce protection. But here's the twist. Their loyalty is a choice, not an obligation. They don't stick around just because that's what society expects, or because they've been friends since kindergarten. If they sense a relationship is toxic, or simply no longer enriching their lives, they're out the door faster than you can say, ghosting. This selective loyalty makes them feel a bit like a rare Pokemon, extremely valuable but also incredibly hard to catch. Women find themselves drawn to this quality because it's not something you can earn through sheer persistence or constant praise. Instead, it feels more like a reward for authenticity and mutual respect. And let's face it, that makes them all the more attractive. Who doesn't want someone who chooses to be loyal rather than feels trapped by tradition? However, this elusive nature can leave women feeling like they're on a roller coaster ride with no safety bar. Just when you think you've secured a solid connection, he reminds you that he's not bound by the usual relationship rules. It's this balance of strength and independence that makes him both desirable and intimidating. You want him in your corner, but you also know he's not there to be kept. He's loyal because he wants to be, and that's what makes it special. Number 3. Unafraid of female power. Sigma males have a refreshing take on strong, successful women. While many men might feel intimidated or threatened by a woman's ambition and power, a Sigma male sees it as an opportunity to engage with someone who can match his own intensity. He appreciates a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to go after what she wants. In fact, he finds it attractive when she stands her ground. But here's where things get interesting. This lack of fear creates a whole new dynamic in relationships. For many women, wielding power or status is often a way to assert control. However, the Sigma male doesn't play that game. He isn't impressed by job titles or accolades. He values genuine connection over superficial status. This can leave some women scratching their heads, wondering how to navigate a relationship where the usual power plays don't work. The Sigma male isn't looking for a trophy partner to bolster his ego or validate his existence. Instead, he seeks a partner who challenges him intellectually and emotionally. This creates a fascinating balance where both individuals can thrive without feeling the need to compete. The traditional rules of dating don't apply here, which can be both liberating and disconcerting. Women often find themselves intrigued by his indifference to their status, but also slightly unnerved by the realization that their usual tactics won't cut it. It's a dance that keeps both parties on their toes, adding an exciting twist to modern romance. Number 2, his success is quiet yet loud. A Sigma male's success doesn't come with fanfare or public celebration. He moves in silence, letting his actions and achievements speak for themselves. While others might broadcast their wins, chasing the applause and approval of the crowd, he's too busy climbing higher without needing the validation. This quiet success disrupts the usual narrative, and that's where things get interesting. Women often expect a successful man to be loud about it, to show off his accomplishments as proof of his worth. But with the Sigma male, the success is there, subtle but undeniable. This contrast can be both attractive and unsettling. There's something magnetic about a man who doesn't need external recognition to feel fulfilled. It suggests a level of confidence and inner strength that is incredibly rare. He doesn't need anyone cheering him on. He's already won his own approval. Yet it's also a little unnerving because it challenges the norms many people are used to. If he's not seeking applause, what does he want? If he's thriving without needing validation, where does that leave the typical role of giving or receiving praise in a relationship? For women, this creates an intriguing paradox. On one hand, they admire his independence and self-reliance, yet on the other, they're left questioning how to connect with someone who doesn't crave the usual signs of approval. It's like trying to read a book without a clear ending, captivating but full of mystery, leaving them wanting more but unsure of how the story will unfold. Number 1, immunity to manipulation. For women who are used to subtly steering the emotions of men, the Sigma male is like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. He doesn't fall for the usual tricks or react in predictable ways, and that can be both frustrating and fascinating. Where others might respond to emotional cues, manipulation, or flattery, he simply doesn't bite. His ability to see through these tactics is almost like a superpower, making him stand apart from the crowd in a way that keeps people guessing. This immunity to manipulation makes him a bit of a wild card. Women who are used to wielding influence over men with a well-timed compliment, a bit of guilt, or a strategic withdrawal of attention, find that these moves don't land with a Sigma male. He's immune to emotional games because he operates on a different wavelength, one where he's not driven by a need for approval or the desire to please. That makes him feared, especially by those who thrive on control. The fear doesn't come from a place of malice, but from the frustration of not being able to bend him to their will. The Sigma male isn't playing the same game, and that disrupts the usual dynamics. He's a constant reminder that control is an illusion when it comes to him. This resistance to manipulation makes him not only difficult to influence, but also someone who can't be easily defined or contained, adding an air of mystery that only heightens his allure. Thank you, gents, for tuning in, and stay safe. God bless.